Lazy Man's Donuts for a lazy man's figure. My name is Gregory Llewellyn and I'm the owner and head chef at Hartsyard in Sydney, Australia. I'm going to be stepping out of my restaurant kitchen and into my home kitchen so that I can share some amazing things that you can try at home. When I started cooking, one of my most favorite things to do after work before I started drinking was go to my favorite donut shop and get a light and sweet medium coffee, 2 donuts, one of which being a jelly donut, just rolled in sugar. And today we're going to do something, and I call it the lazy man's donut, because these donuts actually flip themselves. These actually stem from time spent in New York City, and I worked for this restaurant, and the pastry chef was the biggest dickhead you've ever met, grumpy fucker. But he had these Italian sort of like bomboloni things, and I said, my friend, I'm stealing that. Very simply, it's ricotta cheese. The drier, the better. 4 eggs and icing sugar. We're gonna hit this with a whisk. And the key to this donut, when chemicals are added to a batter or a dough, it needs a couple of things to work. Heat and moisture. So when we fry them, that'll be the heat. And the moisture is obviously the eggs. So next in, we'll go some baking powder. And lastly is plain flour. When you add this flour in, you don't want to beat it up. You just want to be really gentle. You see how it's coming together? Now we're ready to fry these things. In the back, I have some oil. You can fry in vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever you wish. And we're gonna make sure we have this at about 145 degrees Celsius to 150 degrees Celsius. You don't want to go much further than that or much lower. Any lower, they wouldn't fry and they'd be sort of raw in the middle of this dough, and any more, they'd be burnt. So we just have one of these sort of simple scoops. You can buy this, I think we bought this for 10 bucks at the store. Dip it in some of the oil just to get it hot, and this will sort of help the donut ease off the scoop. Try and make them as round as possible, and literally all we're gonna do is bombs away. We'll see how they go, and I'm not lying, these donuts will flip themselves. The lazy man's donut. As you can see, they're starting to swim around. Come on, girls. And the beauty of this dough is it's light, it gets crispy, it doesn't absorb a lot of the cooking oil. So as you can see, they're starting to go. When you're frying at home, you want to ensure that you have enough oil in the pan so that the donut has enough room to spin in the grease. And you can see the donuts are starting to go. Come on, here it goes, here it goes. Lazy man flip, do it. Yes! The lazy man donut works. These donuts, look at these babies. These things are amazing. Crispy. They're super fluffy inside. And we're gonna stuff these babies. Baking paper, grab a square of it, grab any old knife, and make a triangle. Hold the triangle on the top, and your point, believe it or not, will be on the straight edge. So we'll take one point to the top, the other point, wrap it around, and hold the two together. And then what we're gonna do is just tighten her up by pushing down on these two. And basically, you can create whatever size hole you want. You can write happy birthday on a plate, you can stuff donuts with jam, you can do whatever. A couple of spoons, and so it's in there, right? The jam is in there. It's not gonna go anywhere. Fold the edges over, and now we can go donut in jam. We'll take a little knife, make an incision on the bottom, and we'll just stick the donut in there, and we'll start squeezing it out. That the jam is in there. We need to make the glaze. This is just pure icing sugar and milk. We're just gonna add a little bit of milk at a time until you achieve a consistency of a glaze. It's like a glaze, icing sugar and milk, that's it. Let's roll these babies in sugar. Now this is just large sugar. Caster sugar I think would be too fine. I love the crunch of sugar on a donut. You see how it just sort of sticks in the grooves? It's not totally packed on and gross. And we'll just take these donuts. I like a half glaze. Let it all drip off. You have this warm, jam-filled, sugar-rolled, glaze-dipped donut. 5 ingredients. In the comfort of your own home. Have a lovely day.